right, so how would he or she feel if you went back in time almost and apologized to your ex? Kristen wants to know.
So, yeah, we were having a conversation with some friends, and this came up, and she was cool about it, and he was cool about disclosing it. But he did. He asked for his wife's permission to reach out to an ex to apologize. And I mean, we're talking years removed. They've, been married for almost a decade now, and it was a couple of years ago. And he felt really, I don't know what triggered it in his head that he started thinking about it. And he felt really bad about their relationship and how it ended, and that he was young and immature, and he could have been a better partner. And he really hated how their relationship ended and how ugly the two of them got towards each other. So he wanted to reach out to her to apologize. So he asked his wife.
That's brave.
If it would be right? Right?
Brave, stupid, brave. Yeah.
If anybody else has done this, 1-855-BERT Show, 855-237-8746, whether you were the spouse that gave the blessing or the spouse that made the request. But he asked his wife, he's like, hey, I'm seriously, I feel like my heart and my soul is telling me that I need to reach out, and I just need to apologize and say, you deserved better than that. And she absolutely gave her blessing, and she thought it was actually commendable that he wanted to do that. So he did. He reached out and apologized. She accepted the apology, and all was good. And that was that. Why are you looking at me like that for?
I'm just trying to process the entire story, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did. He wanted to reach out and try to, not make amends, make a connection or anything. Mm-hmm. He just wanted to, right what he felt was wrong in his heart and in his mind. Mm-hmm. And his wife was supportive of it, and he did it. And, yeah, I mean, it was it literally couldn't have tied it up in a prettier bow and been done with it.
I'd give the blessing to that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, if that was something that was on my fiance's mind, I mean, well, you wouldn't do it?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I would wonder why they're on your mind so heavy. Why are you even thinking about this?
But I mean, so if you think about your past, and if there's any regrets that you have, if my husband came to me and said, when I was in my early 20s, and for some reason, this has been popping up in my head. And I really feel like I need to reach out and apologize for my immaturity, and that this person deserved better. I'd be like, okay, just blind carbon copy me. So I just need a BCC.
Wouldn't you rather them apologize and get it over with and get it off their mind, rather than you putting pressure on them not to apologize and them still dealing with it all the time in their head?
Yeah, no, I would. And I mean, I get it because I've done that before. I wasn't in a relationship when I reached out to apologize. So I do understand the want and the need to do it. But I think my initial reaction to it would just be, why exactly are you still in this place of your life? But once I got past that, I would give the blessing.
I have so many questions. I think it's awesome that he talked to his wife. That would not have occurred to me. I would have just reached out to my ex. So I'm curious, if you found out that your significant other reached out to their ex to apologize and didn't run it by you first.
Oh, that's a big problem.
Literally, I would not have thought twice. I would have been like, this is my past. You and I are good, Chad. You know that. And I probably would have been after the fact, oh, by the way, I reached out to so-and-so just to apologize. I would have told him, but I wouldn't have thought to ask. And I love that your friend did. But is that... Would you guys be in trouble with your significant other if you forgot to ask, or if you find out that they did it?
Yes.
Let me answer this in 2 words. F yes.
Absolutely.
That is a sweeping F yes.
I am so lucky I found Chad.
Hey, Brittany, good morning. You're part of the Bert Show. Hi.
Hi. So I actually didn't reach out and apologize to an ex, but he reached out and apologized to me, which was always something I kind of wanted from him, because doing me dirty was an understatement. And he kind of wrote me this extremely long paragraph on Facebook and just pretty much said sorry. And I was like, you know what? I've always wanted that from you. Mm-hmm. And we had become friends in between that time, but he never gave me the apology that I felt like I deserved from him.
Interesting.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yep, most of the calls coming in saying that either they made the call or got the call and everything was great. Hey, Kira, good morning.
How are you guys?
Good, thank you. All right, so you did the apology or somebody apologized to you?
So I did the apology. I just had like a huge feeling of like, I need to tell him I'm sorry. So I ended up reaching out to him and I was like, hey, I am truly sorry for what I did. And he accepted the apology really well. I mean, I would say go for it.
Thank you. And one last call. Nicole, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How'd the apology go?
It went really well. After 20 years maybe removed from a really hateful divorce, I decided that I had to call him and tell him that I think most of it was my fault. You know, you do that soul searching. And I called him up. Well, I got his mom's number, and she got him in touch with me, and I talked to him, and he cried. Like, he was so grateful that I let him off the hook because he had spent, like, literally the last 20 years wondering what he had done wrong.
Wow.
And what happened and how bad had he made it. And he's married now, which I didn't ask her permission. He didn't ask her permission, but we had a long conversation, and now we're great friends.
Good for you. You set that man free.
Yeah.
You did.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show on your favorite podcast platform. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. I don't know what any of these buttons do, by the way.